Hello cruisers, I'm sitting here with JoJoFLY's A49 cruiser. We're sitting in her airplane in the Santa Barbara airport, and I just wanted to introduce you to her, and I'm going to let her talk about her experiences with the IWS Institute for Wildlife Studies Channel Islands Bald Eagle Restoration Program.
Well, I've been watching the webcams, starting with Sky and Spirit when they were just little in their eggs. And then I had an opportunity to be the co-pilot when Michael Wilson flew to Lincoln Airport in Northern California to pick up Survivor and bring him back down to join, gosh, I forgot which one it was Sky, to join Sky to go out to the islands to be fledged. And that was a tremendous opportunity for me to take part in such a exciting trip. We flew up to Lincoln with Stephanie Eyes, a biologist, because we had to have a biologist with us in order to transport one of these eagles. And then the next day I also had the opportunity to take the boat ride over to Santa Cruz along with Stephanie and Sky and Survivor and Dr. Sharp. And we went over to the islands, and I got to observe while they banded and weighed and measured the chicks, and then put them into the hacking tower. And it was very exciting to be part of this. Okay.
So I remember seeing the photos when you were taking off with Michael, and I was just curious, how long a flight was that to the Lincoln?
To get up to Lincoln, where we picked up the birds, was in Michael's airplane was a 2-hour flight. Would take a little bit longer in my airplane. Mine's a little bit slower. And up there again, it was a great experience. I did not get to meet Dr. Vicky. Oh dear, I've forgotten her name. She's a specialist in raptors and was the one who worked on Survivor. And she and her husband have a great facility at their home up in Lincoln that where they keep raptors that cannot be returned to the wild, and where they rehabilitate ones that can. Dr. Vicky Joseph.
I remember also when Dr. Sharp got the email, I believe, that there was a healthy eaglet that needed to be set free eventually. And he put out, he announced it on the chat forum, and probably Nest Obs, obviously, if anyone had an airplane. And I believe it was Jillers that said she knew someone, and I don't think we had officially heard about you, but all of a sudden we found out there were these pilots that were actually watching the Nest cams also, and that was when JoJoFLY's started posting, and
right.
that whole chapter.
I had not posted yet, and I had not considered. I knew they were looking for a way to transport Survivor, but I hadn't considered the airplane. Everyone was talking about cars and trains, and when Jillers, who was a neighbor of Michael, who was the pilot, called him, he then called me because he wanted to have a backup pilot in case he couldn't do it. He wanted another plane and another pilot, and he started to ask me if I could do this, and I just got so excited because I knew what he was talking about. I knew he was talking about Survivor. And so I told him that if he couldn't do it, I would. If he could do it, I wanted to come along. And so I came along as co-pilot.
And you know how excited all us women were. this was a woman pilot. We were ecstatic. It was such an exciting chapter for the A49 cruisers, and it was just so wonderful that this actually was able to get together from a cruiser, watching the cams to help IWS rescue an out-of-area eaglet, and it was a very exciting moment. And so is this for me, sitting in the back seat here, and give everyone a little view of your plane here.
I'll get out of the
And
way.
it's the winds are 35 miles an hour right now.
Yes, it's not a good day to take non-pilot people flying, because it would be quite bumpy out there. You could get a picture of the trees over there and how
Oh, good idea.
showing how the wind is really whipping along.
And JoJoFLY's is most always available for any A49 cruiser party that happens in Ventura or Santa Barbara.
Yes.
And we just all really appreciate having you as one of our members.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, everyone.